Hi, good morning, class 5, 6, sorry. Very sorry. Class 6, how are you doing? You have become senior now, sorry. I forgot. My mistake. I was just looking for your book, so I thought I'm talking about class 5. Very sorry, extremely sorry. Good morning, Sunflower. Good morning, Ayushi. Good morning, Bharat Mata, Shreya. Good morning, Divyanshu. I forget your naughtiness, Divyanshu. I'm missing you. Drummer boy. And then I have Nishant. And I'm forgetting more names. Okay, anyways, I hope you all are doing good and having fun. And yes, Siddhi, hi. How are you? It's great to see you. You are great to see me. I'm not able to see you. Okay, so we'll come back to the latitudes. We were at the latitudes part, right? Latitudes and longitudes. So we are done with the latitudes. We are going to do the longitudes today, if I am not mistaken. Yes. Yes, I had told you yesterday till the heat zones part. I had just explained you the heat zone and explained you the temperate zone, but I did not tell you anything about the other cold zone, the frigid zone or anything. So I'm going to repeat that, the heat zones, actually what happens there. Okay, so we'll come back to that part, and so that we can understand what is happening. So after that I'll brief you with my notes. I'll tell you what notes I have. If you need that notes, I'm going to copy paste it and give it to you on a folder to you, so that you can see it and follow it as you want. Okay, so that will be easier for you. And the global latitudes, we have the latitudes. I'm finding for it. Where did I put my notes for you? Okay, so the heat zones. What is the heat zones, and how does it function, and why does it get all the heat? So I had told you about the torrid zone. I told you about the temperate zone. The midday sun is exactly over the head at least once a year in all latitudes, in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. This area therefore receives the maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer. It does not hit, or the Tropic of Capricorn directly, it does not hit there. So the angle of the sun rays goes decreasing towards the poles. As such, the areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Cancer and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere, have moderate temperatures. These are therefore called temperate zones. Okay, and in the temperate zone areas, we have this equatorial forests also. In the torrid zone, part of the torrid zone finishes and the temperate zone starts. Okay, so the torrid zone area has got equatorial forests as well. So areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, Arctic Circle, and it's in the northern hemisphere, and the Antarctic Circle, the South Pole, the down part, it's see this one you will understand, I hope so. This part, these two, this is the north pole, north point, and this is the south pole, the south point. So when I read, you will be able to understand. Okay, so the north pole, that point of 90 degree which you see there, and the south pole which is 90 degrees south, 90 degree N, 90 degree S. So these two parts from the, you will see 23.5 degrees south, below that, if you go towards down more south towards the south pole, the temperature cools off. Okay. So the south pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. It is because here the sun does not rise much above the horizon. It does not come mainly. The horizon is the starting part of the sky where your eye goes. That is the horizon. It does not come till their part also. Therefore, its rays are always slanting and provides less heat. These are therefore called the frigid zone. Got it? Latitude we have done. Now we'll come to the longitude. Okay. That is also That is also 380 degrees. Okay. So, what are longitudes? To fix the position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than the latitude of that place. To fix the position. Latitude is like this way, but to make a point, okay, this part is the part, so I have to fix it there. For an example, that Tonga Islands in the Pacific Ocean, and the Mauritius Islands in the Indian Ocean are situated on the same latitude 20 degrees south. Now to order them, to locate them properly, to pinpoint, we must find how far east or west these places are from the given line of reference running from the North Pole to South Pole. These lines of references are called the meridians of longitude. Got my point? One circle is going around this way, the latitude. Okay. 20 degree, they are at the 20 degree point. 20 degrees south, that's below. So 20 degrees south will come roundabout at our India's place, at the Indian Ocean. When it says Indian Ocean, Mauritius comes there only. Indian Ocean is just the starting of Kanyakumari, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea come to the Indian Ocean. So now it's here in the south, this circle, this point. You have to pinpoint it. So then one line has to come from top and join here. This point is the actual place. 20 degrees south and 20 degrees south. The line coming straightwards is called the longitude. And the distances between them are measured in degrees of longitude. Each degree is further divided into minutes and minutes into seconds. There are semicircles and the distance between them increases steadily polewards until it becomes zero at the poles where all the meridians meet. Unlike parallels of latitude, all meridians are equal length. Thus it was difficult to number the meridians. Hence all countries decided that the count should begin from the meridian which passed through the Greenwich, which is where the British Royal Observatory is located. This meridian is called the prime meridian. So where in England, in Britain, where they see the whole, observatory, where you can see the whole earth, planets and all, the meridians, everything. It's called the prime meridian. Its value is 0 longitude. And from it, we count 180 degree eastward as well as westward. Now the prime meridian and 880 degree meridian divide the earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. First we cut it half like this, now we are cutting it half like this. opening it up. One this way and this way. This right angle comes, this is the place. Okay, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Therefore, the longitude of a place is followed by the letter E and the letter W. However, that 100 degree east and 100 degree west meridians are on the same line. Okay, 100 degree east will take one round, 100 degree west will take one round. So they will come and meet at the same point, right? Then only it will be 360 degree. Now, if you see the grid on the parallel way of the globe, we can find any place if we know its latitude and longitude. For example, Dhubri in Assam is situated 26 degree north latitude and 90 degree east longitude. Find out the points where these two lines cut each other, then point the location of Dhubri. Okay, now to show that I have to have I need a map, a topo sheet, which is very problematic. I am just giving you the basic theory part, and that we'll do, the map part we'll do later. Now is the longitude and time. Correct. I'll come back in the next video and I'll explain it. Don't vanish.